Hey, what's up everyone, Sangluton here, and we're back for another game of Dune Imperium. So, the ranked season has reset. I was away for the weekend, so I've already played a bit, actually quite a bit, because 3 hour train ride obviously dedicated to that, back and forth. So it turns out I had a very good streak, and in 10 games exactly I managed to go from gold to master, so I'm already in master right there. So yeah, top 4 right now. Let's try to, as usual, grind as much elo as we can, and yeah, try to maybe target something closer to top 1. Without further ado, let's jump straight into it. So play 3 here. Let's have a quick look at the cards. Ilban looks good already, especially now that I see Stitch, the guild bankers. Oh, yeah, there's some heavy stuff here. Very suitable for an Ilban. So let's lock that in straight away. Yuna for player 2. And there we go. Yeah, it's not a bad starting hand, to be honest. I mean, an early reveal would be great for those 2 cards. On the other hand, I kind of want to get that stitched as well. So maybe I do still suits into research station. Could be an option. Nobody going hardy kind of sucks. I don't really want to go there myself. Or do I just wealth Menta and see what's happening? Because that obviously also gives me a higher chance of hitting stitched next round by just reshuffling my experimentations. Yeah, let's maybe just do that. A bit lower risk than research station. Because obviously that would spend my water, or the second water as well, obviously the one I would collect from still suits. And I would not necessarily know exactly what everyone does. Okay, Baron fishing for diplomacy, I guess. Whereas obviously Menta is so good, not only because it allows me to draw 2 cards, it's also delaying my last action until after everyone actually revealed. So except Baron in that case, actually. But at least I would have seen both his agent actions, whereas right now, if I didn't go Menta, I would obviously only know what he did right now. I wouldn't know if he pulled his action access to maybe go hardy. So yeah. Okay, Guild Bankers is gone. And is with Armand now. Okay, well, Yuna not going in means I can guarantee myself 2 Solari by just going experimentation, one of the basins here, or actually with the ring, and then be on 5 Solari, but I quite like Menta to just shuffle as much as I can to get that stitched, hopefully, next round. Diplo is not bad, then I could go still suits. And still get 2 Solari. I could actually even go hardy potentially and go for the point. I'd rather get 2 water into research next round probably to get stitched. Because we didn't pull this experimentation. Yeah, I mean maybe Menta would be enough as well to just draw back into experimentation. That's something we can see next round. Persuasion, probably a nuke. A Test of Humanity is a bit of a pain. I guess it will be the Bene combo for her. Those two Bene Gesserits are good to take. High floor cards. Not many risks taken by just going for those. That's a fine card, to be honest. Negotiated withdrawal, we might go for that if Baron doesn't have it. He does have it, yeah. It was a bit of an awkward hand for him. Still not enough to get stitched, typically, right now. Otherwise, I would have considered taking that, although not a great card to get, but in that case, I'll just nuke the row and see what I can get. Hopefully something a bit better. And this is back here. That's not great. This is not really not cool, because that could mean anyone can get stitched next round, so I might need to actually take that. Sucks, to be honest. I'd much rather take plant coupling, but if I want stitch, I think I need to take that off the board. I think I take Freighter Fleet against Test of Humanity. Typically is a good card to have. I just hope I don't draw into those two cards I bought right now, otherwise that hand will be a bit awkward, but if I can get Diplo or Ring, would be helpful. Okay, well, I guess Menta is gonna be the play here. I could also go Smuggle first. It's actually not a bad plan, although... No, I'm not a huge fan, because I kind of want to go for Beetles and get stitched. I would need to go up. Unless I pull one of those two. Or I can always go Research as well. So yeah, you know what? With Menta I probably draw one, and worst case I could always go Research. So I'll still do that plan. And only Baron can go Menta right now with 2 Solari. I bet he'll go Hardy first though, because he has both his factions, so I think he's probably going to look at Hardy and maybe Wealth, or maybe still Suits. Yeah, there goes Hardy. That was pretty obvious. What does Armand do here? Here Basin, probably mostly to play experimentation, because there was no extra spice, but the one he took. Might be looking at Mimic Film as well. If Menta can hit, let's say, Fervor and Freighter Fleet, would actually be nice, because then Freighter Fleet allows me to maybe even bump up and then recall next round. And obviously Fervor or Experimentation gives me stitched end of this round. Unless someone has a shadowy bargain. Okay, well, we get the ring. Looking at Arakin next, if I can get that, that would be good. Yeah, he goes still Suits, okay. Arakin would be great to still try and get Freighter Fleet, ideally. And to try and Actually, keeping the 5 wouldn't be possible if I pulled the Freighter fleet, but I guess that would be a silver lining by drawing anything else. Hopefully not Diplo though. Diplo would be a bit of a bummer. Nobody drew extra, except Baron, so if Baron gets really lucky, he could get to 3 specimen, but I'll bet on that not happening. I could actually also go Great Plat with the ring, to then go Conspire next round. Then I might not have a green. Probably not. So I think it's better to just go even research for it. Research might allow me to stay on 5. Spending water for... Yeah, no. Let's just go Arakin. The only one I didn't want to draw, obviously. That sucks. At least we're on 5, so if that stays there, I'll definitely take it. Roman has 1 convincing and 1 dagger in. No, never mind. He went Technigo, yeah, he has the 5. Yeah. Who has Test of Humanity again? Okay, Yuna. If Yuna has it next round, that would be... Yeah, no, but I play before her, so... Going Smuggle, I kinda need to smuggle down if I want my Swordmaster next round. I don't think I take that, I'm far from having the influence required. But I will take Plant Coupling. I'll try to keep my deck slim to see Stitch Horror as quickly as possible. Some nice value out of 1 troop here, 1 water, 1 spice is pretty nice. There we go, we get the ring, so we can get Swordmaster. Is it what I want to do? Probably yes. Oh, I could go up and trash that from hand to then recall. I think I like that. Gives me a bit of tempo with the shipping track. Otherwise I go down now obviously, and then revealing that just makes me go back up here, but I kinda miss out on maybe some things here. So obviously I'm not a huge fan of trashing from hand. But here I think it makes sense. Let's go. I do hope that... Yeah, okay, never mind. Armand will probably go for Haga, so my experimentation will have to go Imperial, I guess. Unless a ring draws me something nice. Obviously one of those two, or Diplo. I could also go ring to Menta if it's open, because then the ring gives me back the 8. And try to pull, well, one of the 2 daggers to then go Swordmaster. Draws me an extra card. I don't know if we play that dangerous game though. Because we could then be kinda screwed with our Swordmaster next round, given here there is 4 Solari on the line. Baron might just go Conspire. Luna recalls for Solari. Yeah, no, I don't think we can bet on it. We need to go Soul Master here. Holo Projector, probably. Oh, she uses the Solari for her ring. Now she could also get restricted, but no High Council, no Solari. I doubt that's the right play. Holo's probably the one I would be looking at. No, goes restricted. Okay. Still tempted by Menta, to be honest, but I don't think we'll play that game. Yeah, first one we would have drawn is a convincing, so let's try to remember next round to see what we will draw. If it's a sword, a dagger, I mean, we could have then played that game. Otherwise, we'd probably have been screwed for the Sword Master Q. The experimentation played if Imperial Basin is open. Gives me a beetle, an intrigue. Baron has both daggers in hand, probably, or at least one. He only sends out one troop, though. Okay, we need to discard. Test of Humanity is here. That's where, obviously, Raider Fleet would have been helpful, but if I didn't trash it from hand, we wouldn't have gotten those extra bonuses. Obviously, from the track, would just have recall, and now discarding Raider Fleet puts me back up here. But I wouldn't have that bomb, so I would be very far from even considering shipping. Yeah, I think it just made sense to do it. And screw that persuasion then. Okay, let's just do the only move we can do. Let's see what the intrigue is. If it's combat, we could try. Infiltrate, not bad. Infiltrate, not bad. Yeah, Baron has at least one sword, probably two. I'm not going to fight that hard over a couple of Solari, but I will gladly take two Solari for one troop here. Okay, he's got only one sword, so the other one is still in his deck. No, wait. He had one in discard, I don't know. But that's the one he did. Never mind, he discarded it from Test of Humanity, right? Yes, okay. Next hand. Well, I hope to see Diplo stitched. Would be good. Maybe a green to go Menta if nobody goes, but they probably will at some point start blocking me on that. I could take high priority travel now, because I think Full Space is something I would want to hit with Diplo, ideally. Thanks to that infiltrate, I could then go shipping once out of turn. So that would be good. Maybe not next round though, because I don't really have a yellow I want to go with. Obviously, experimentation much better to use than Spiritual Fervor. But we shall see. A Baron had 3 intrigues, enough spice, but did not play any combat. Although she had a combat strength of 6 and he had a combat strength of 3. So no ambush, no private army, probably no blackmail. No several intrigue combat either, I guess. Because obviously a master tactician is 3 swords, and anything with 2 swords next to it would have been a free point because she had literally 0 intrigue. So okay, there goes Conspire. Yeah, one Full Space and Menta probably. Which one first, I'm not sure. Probably Menta first if it's open. Although, okay, well, Full Space is gone anyway, so that's not happening for me. Eyeliner is also a bit complicated. I would need 2 yellows to make it happen. So I guess I'm not unlocking it this round, which is fine because, as said, I don't really want to use that to go shipping. I'll just go Menta first, pull through those 2 cards. I don't want to reshuffle. I don't want to reshuffle into this though. And playing plant coupling after Menta will mean I do reshuffle it. Maybe I'll do some extra draw then by doing selective. And Stitched will definitely be used to trash some stuff here, because too many dead cards here. Daggers, Recon, Fervor, I'll reveal it before trashing it, so not this round, but yeah, plant coupling to selective, trashing that dagger is probably good. Stitched playing with Recon on a settee if I can, trashing Recon would help as well, and then the deck will already look a bit better. So yeah, first priority for me now is selective with plant coupling. This combat would also be great though, so Hardy Warriors could be an idea. Wait, what happened? Oh, he played Urgent Mission after taking Soulmaster. But I guess Hardy can wait because Yuna is the only one with water. I'm one spice away from potentially taking a dead device with Dreadnought instead of doing selective. I could get that spice here. For that I need to go research station instead. go research, then dagger to dreadnought. Get device, then Hardy in that fight. Could be an idea as well. Still makes me draw quite some cards because Dreadnought draws me a card by going there thanks to my Ruthless Negotiator ability. Playing Plant Coupling, Grafted I guess, to go Research Station draws me 3 cards, so that would mean already drawing 4 cards out of that. So that I have a reasonable chance of seeing Diplo and Stitch next round again. Okay, never mind, Hardy's gone. That kind of makes my plan I mean, cancels it a bit to a certain extent. Can I maybe still win that fight? Probably has at least 1 dagger, maybe 2. I could still fight it though, if I take a troop on Stitched. I will first do that, I think, still. Quite like... Or do I do a research station into Dreadnought, to Still Suit, send out the Dread? That would be how many troops? The thing is, I don't generate troops by going research and Still Suits though. It's gonna be these 3 troops plus Dreadnought. That's 6, but I still have 1 more. No, research, Dreadnought, Still Suits, so that's my 3 agents. I could infiltrate Hardy, but I don't like that so much. Yeah, let's just do that. But still probably win that, or try to win that fight afterwards. No, but there's nothing here to trash anyways, so yeah, trashing that dagger. Putting that on top of the deck could be pretty nice. That's a nice card, obviously. On 5. Could be the manufacturer as well, but I think that's probably a no-go given 2 of them already fighting for it. Do I try Spiceman's Flow though by going Research Station? Yeah, she's got that sister. If I take the troop and go Carthag, that's 4 troops out, that's 8. I don't think we fight it here, to be honest. Or I infiltrate Hardy. Maybe it's still the play. And do I go Spiceless or not? Drafting those 2 together, going research. Down to 6 persuasion, drawing 2 cards. No. Because then I probably have to give up on my last agent move. Let's just go here with experimentation. Second wave. Yeah, I guess let's try it. Let's go this way. keep those 2 troops here, probably go still suits after, maybe infiltrating Hardy and just winning it that way though. Yeah, then that's what's gonna happen. Baron did get 2 new intrigues though, one from Conspire, one from the Ring. We need to be careful for that. Might need to reclaim for troops then on that side if I do that play. But I quite like the idea, so let's just do it. I'll be pretty happy with manufacturer if he can afford it, but I doubt. Okay, if he withdraws, then I don't need to take the troops. Okay, he gets the manufacturer regardless. Thanks to the Luxu puppet. Oh, that's nice for me. Very happy with that. Bear dog, not really. Let's just take the spice there and be done with that. And I still get a trash. The one I did, the one troop I took. Wait, where did she find an intrigue? I forgot about that. Did she reclaim? Probably. Well, that's sad, but I don't need to send my troop out. I just beat her with that. The one troop I took from Stitched instead of the trash is now being replayed into a trash by winning that fight on top of the VP, so that's pretty good. And I will trash Bearer, I think, instead of Recon here. Because I have the water to go research in case, so I think, yeah, Bearer is the one to go here. Oh, Stitch is here, that's great. Puts me up there. This puts me here, and then this one will probably be final one for that. I probably travel to Menta would be my idea here. First to draw 3 cards. Deck's pretty small, so that's good. Stitch might need to be used for a troop again instead of a trash. To get 3 troops out in case we get withdrawal in hand. Make use of that and get our friendships. Could also actually, maybe something that makes more sense is using the ring and then priority travel to High Council. Finally, yeah, start with some spice must flows. I mean, finally, round 5 is probably right timing for that. So, yeah, probably don't go Menta here. Go High Council. Because Armand takes Soulmaster, right? And everyone else does not have the 5 Solaris. So yeah, let's go. We'll go research. To draw the cards. No, I think I need city here. Maybe we stitched actually. To already get the troops out. Because High Council would draw me 3 cards as well. 2 cards. So let's just do that. Perfect, we get it here already. That's beautiful. Troop and Beetle. Still quite some stuff I'd be happy to trash, to be honest. Recon, Dagger, Experimentations could also go soon, I guess. But maybe next round I'd be happy to see one of those two. I might not get shipping though, because Yuna is before me. We'll see. Goes Red Note and that device then, I guess. Oh, goes Wind Traps, okay. Armand could go Manta first, might be the right play if he's got 2 greens. Oh, double bump, stealing the alliance, making that Tilsuit Manufacturer kinda useless. That's nicely played. And Baron might have his Diplo in hand, so was maybe a bit of a greedy play for him not to cap it when he saw Yuna going up there. Oh, I don't have... Yeah, that's on me. Whoops. Forgot I don't have the influence there. That's a bit of a misplay, because now... And I'm on 9, so I could early reveal, which is probably fine, or I could also just go research with that recon. Guarantees me the Spice Flow as well, because I draw 2 cards, so worst case, I draw 1 Persuasion. But if I see Diplo or Plant Coupling, I'd be a bit bummed, because those will help me get my friendships, possibly. So I guess I'll just early reveal here. Okay. If I had 1 more troop, I would probably go research to send that out and be able to withdraw and still get involved in the combat, because Yuna is not there. Well, Armand will, but getting an intrigue for 1 troop is still a good trade in my opinion, but I don't have that 1 troop in Garrison anyway, so going research would really just be spending some persuasion to get some more, but depleting my water resources, so I'd rather not do that. Now high priority travel will be activated. Sadly too late for the use we had for it now. Initiate top of the deck. I don't think so. That's 6 points. That would be 7, fairly easy to reach. 8, 9 after my friendships. So I'd probably target an alliance, maybe. Well, actually, any of those 3 are still reasonable. Green's not too far from that, though, so... One thing to keep in mind, maybe Bene or Guild, because that's the ones where he's further away. Ah, but no, never mind. Armand has in the shadows. And there it goes. So, I'm not sure I really want to fight Armand on that. Power play. Well, he could have made use of that device here, to be honest. But, I mean, Wind Traps also gives him a water right now, so it's also a nice one to have. Demand Respect goes for Emperor right there. Nice one. So 1 combat point and 1 alliance on Baron. 1 early combat on Armand. 1 combat on Yuna and 1 alliance as well there. On my side, 1 combat as well. So everyone won 1 VP from combat. I also got 1 Spiceman's Flow. That's the kind of extra point we could see on the board. I mean, shipping, if it's open, I guess I would. Or do I just go selective right away? No. Perfect. Questions not even needed because shipping is gone. So yeah, I think plant coupling, experimentation to selective. We trash recon here to not reshuffle it. Here as well, so that gives me an intrigue. Oh, this is Menta actually. Do I first go Menta? No, I think selective is important for me here. If Menta open afterwards, I'm happy to go there, but I like trashing recon before reshuffling. I like using plant coupling to get my Bene Gesserit friendship and still draw at the same time. I think it has some advantage there. Yeah, let's trash recon. Double convincing and withdrawal. What's the intrigue? Study Melange. Not a bad one for me to have because I'm not too far there. Menta would be helpful for me to maybe be able to go city afterwards and make use of the withdrawing capabilities. Probably need to go down here and then get a beetle here. So probably Stitched Horror doesn't need to give me a beetle. Would be redundant. I could get Water and Troop or Troop and Trash probably. The ones that make more sense. Let's see if they're crazy enough to let me have Menta. Yuna could go Menta before Swordmaster, but does she have the greens for it? She might just have a dagger in hand. Oh, she has subject as well. But not active. Okay, well, Menta it is then. Okay. I'm a bit sad. I was obviously hoping for Stitched here. So maybe a Ring to Arakin if it's open to try and pull it out. Or I could even go crazy and make sure I get it by going research. But research doesn't allow me to send out 3 troops for this. Research probably not the right move, no. Does he go dead this time? Yes. Worst case, I leave Stitched in my deck. It's maybe not that big of a deal, and I just go Thag instead. That isn't so bad, because revealing this gives me a Solari, a ring gives me a Solari, so I'd be ready for Menta next round again. But yeah, this is not bringing me to Menta. Do I go Carthag or do I try to pull Stitched out? Stitched doesn't do so much for me right now, actually. I mean, it would be useful to go now on a city with it, but my last action, I might not do that. I might just go secrets with Diplo, to be honest. Okay. That changes things a bit. That could then be the alliance I target instead of... I was thinking of going Bene Alliance. Maybe I just go full space with Diplo. Guild authorization up here, that's 8. Placement flow is 9. Withdrawing here is 10. And I'm one specimen short of that. Can I get there? I mean, right now I'm done anyways, but let's think. Research is gone. And anyways, I wouldn't have to go with withdrawal, which doesn't work. Maybe I deploy to secret still and withdraw to get the Bene Alliance. I can't get this. That's where actually Stitched Horror could have closed the game right now, had I pulled it instead of Priority Travel, for instance. Is there a world in which I close this game right here? This is 8, this is 9. Placement flow is 10. And one specimen away. Oh, then I think I go secret. Although, a bit risky. Go for that alliance, obviously. As we know Armand has in the shadows. And someone might end up with a power play as well, which obviously is a threat to those kind of weak alliances I would be getting. Do I just go full space, withdraw up here, guild authorization bump there, and kind of secure that one? Full space wouldn't be bad for me either to get. And maybe I still withdraw for the friendship though. I could... Does that do something for me? Smuggle, experimentation, and then next round ship? Right now experimentation puts me up here, or down here. Why not actually doing that? But not using Diplo kinda sucks. No, I think we use Diplo. We have research station potentially with that water. I think shipping next round is a bit slow. But it would also be a way of getting spice. And revealing this would then be study melange though. Many options. Okay, let's do that. I actually like it a bit more. I hope I get a green next round. A yellow next round. Oh, I ruined it. Okay, and I still withdraw for this. Friendship and next round shipping. This bump could go guild. With this gives me the alliance. Ice must flow for Armand here. And the beater. Yeah, sad I couldn't close this game right here. One specimen away from getting 11 VPs. And that would have been a pretty certain victory. Now obviously entering round 7. Baron having 6 spies. That death device, the dreadnought coming back. It's a bit up in the air now. I do hope I get experimentation in hand here or high priority travel. Okay, experimentation's here. Let's just do that right away. Spice with this, it's gonna be steady melange. Get the alliance. I'll take it right now just to make sure nobody takes a double pump for me. Okay, so we are sorted for steady melange, so technically we're already on 12 points now. As long as I don't graft this though. And I kinda want to try and get maybe Spice Must Flow still, so... Let's see, research would be a way, trying maybe. Convincing, stitched, research. Puts me down to 4 persuasion and I draw 3 cards. Yeah, it's not happening that way. Menta first would then be something. Menta into research, but I doubt I get all of that. Not a great hand. At least I got experimentation, so I'm not gonna complain too much about it, because it could have been another Spice Must Flow in that hand and it would have been very different. But obviously those are not the cards I really want to play there. High priority travel, ring, diplo, plant coupling would have been more interesting cards than convincing and withdrawal right there. Oh, he's gonna draw 5 cards from that. Between full space, 2 from unnatural and 2 from selective. He's gonna get that alliance. Targeting it, I guess, within the shadows. Because then he could reveal in the shadows, and if he plays 2 more agents on non-factions, he could trash it right away and get a double bump that way. Let me see what kind of odds we have to get a Spiceless Flow. So let's see the deck first. That's 2 Persuasion, 1, 1, 0. Yeah, it's actually pretty even. On average, it's 1 Persuasion for every card, and variance is also pretty low because it's just 2 cards deviating from the average. So it is pretty low, but let's see. So if now I do Stitched and Negotiated, I need 5 Persuasion for 3 cards drawn. Well, that's actually impossible. Yeah, I could have figured that one out. And if we first play Withdrawal to Menta, that's 5 cards drawn, spending all my Persuasion. But actually, I can't get a Spiceless Flow that way. I mean, in no possible way I get the Spiceless Flow. Unless I grab those 2, I guess. And if I get a yellow or a Spiceless Flow, I could then still go Impure Basin or revealing the other Spiceless Flow. Yeah, I guess I'll try that. I don't want it all. I'm a bit greedy. Okay, let's go. Experimentations here. Convincing, okay. Now I just have to hope this is open, or I take actually this way, right? Yeah, perfect. Then I can also go Haga Basin. Yeah, that works. Then it's Spiceless Flow, then it's Study Melange, as long as one of those 2 is open. Draws me into 1 more card. Oh, who's got Test of Humanity? Ah, I could just lose a troop, actually. That's fine. The Imperium is gone. Opponent can't go Haga. And Yuna has 3 waters, so probably would rather go Great Flat over Haga. At least I would hope. Yeah, Yuna has Test. Baron winning that fight would be 10 points for him already, without anything else. Probably don't get there. Probably no Spice. Spice Master could happen though. No High Council, but 6 cards. That would be 11. Plans within plans is not working. He's got an easy point here. So reasonably, if he wins that fight, he's probably going to be on 12 or 13. 13, he would beat me. 12, he wouldn't. He does go Great Flat. Maybe takes a friendship there with the ring. It might go Highliner. This is now active. Okay, Baron goes Highlander himself. Yeah, he wins that fight then, I guess. But if I can get second, then I could beat him on Spice Tiebreaker now that he spent some on Highlander. Even if ending on 13 VPs, I'd still beat him, but I'm not sure I get second here. Yuna obviously still has an agent. But I don't think I withdraw here. I don't think I need. Can I go? Spaceport, yeah, goes for Spice Flow, I guess. Somehow. Yeah, I think Hand should be pretty safe, right? Unless like some crazy play here from Armin. Is he withdrawing? No, doesn't see much value in doing that. Although, to be honest, he probably could, because then he's on 18, I only have one intrigue. So best, even if it's Allied Armada, I can go up to 17 maximum. Yuna hasn't revealed, but she's on 0 intrigue, so even worse than me in terms of surprise potential. So I think he could have. It doesn't do much for him. He would still be one influence away from another point. Those secrets. Armand, this is 9, Spice must go with 10. Now, I guess I would take Spice here, right? The thing is, I'm looking at, and it worked once quite recently for me, is here to take Intrigue and Solari, in case it's a war chest or economic positioning, because then it would be an extra endgame point for me. Thing is, when I did that and when it worked, is because the spice would not have mattered anyways. I was above in terms of spice, but if someone had tiebreaker, my opponent had tiebreaker, obviously it would have been irrelevant to get 2 more spice, so getting Solari was risk-free in that case. But yeah, let's see. Armin had Sleeper Must Awaken, right? How much did he reveal here? Spice Must Flow. He's on 12 at least. Or 11. He is on 12 and 5 intrigues. I'm on 13, but he's on 4 intrigues now. Corner the market would be a point. Just 1 though. Do I take the Solari? Because obviously against Baron, but 1 intrigue. He only has 1 intrigue. Can 1 intrigue be 2 VPs for him? Lance does not. Corner does not. Oh, okay, he played it now. So I guess I do take the Solari, because I'm in the same position again. I do have more spice than Armand. Let's see. Machine Culture is not the exact endgame we were hoping for here. Let's see if Armand has something. He does not. Let's go. GG, well played to these guys. It was a nice game. Awesome game. 13 VPs here, 3 Spice with Flows, end of the Tilax track, Study Melange, Spacing Guild Alliance, and 1 early combat makes it all the extra points besides the 6 basic ones, which are the starting one, the 4 friendships, and the Tilax friendship as well. So there we go. And this puts us a bit higher on the Elo ladder. So let's see that quickly. Am I still top 4? Yeah, top 4 it is. $17.57. So yeah, getting closer to top 3 here. Let's try to grind for that, obviously. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, please hit that like. Helps a lot. If you could also subscribe on YouTube, follow on Twitch, and yeah, hope to see you very soon again. Have a good one. Bye bye.